Hi, hello guys, this is Rishu. Welcome back to my channel and I hope you guys are lit today. And we're going to be talking about Indian English actually because there are a lot of Indian English words and phrases and you might hear a lot of Indian people saying those words and phrases. And actually those words and phrases are not very common to other people or foreign people because they're not aware of those words. So you might hear some of the Indian people saying those words and phrases in their daily conversation. So yeah, I'm gonna be telling you about 20 very common different words and phrases that are used by Indian people. So without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, so I'm gonna be starting with 20 Indian English words first, right? And I hope you guys already know some of the English words, but maybe some of the words are quite new to you, so you might not be familiar with all those words. So let's start with our first word. So the first word is brinjal. So what do you think a brinjal is? So a brinjal means an eggplant, and also we call it sometimes as aubergine, right? So eggplant is an English word, but if you ever come to India, if you say eggplant to someone, maybe not many people will understand that what an eggplant means until you say brinjal, that you want a brinjal, not an eggplant. Alright, the next word is backbencher. Can you guess the meaning? Right, a backbencher is a person or a student who is really poor in studies. So why do we call him backbencher? Because he prefers sitting at the back of the classroom, means he doesn't want to sit in the front row of the classroom and he's really afraid of answering any question because he's really poor in studies. So he's always sitting at the back. That's why we always call him backbencher, because he's really poor in studies. In UK, we also call a person as a backbencher who is an unofficial member of the parliament, means he's the member of the parliament but he doesn't hold any position in the politics. So he's always sitting at the back seat in the parliament, so we always call that person as a backbencher in terms of politics. Alright, next word is monkey cap. Monkey cap. So what do you think a monkey cap is? Alright, in India now it's winter time and most of the people wear a hat, and it is actually a hat that looks like a monkey. So actually it covers all your face. You can only see a person's eyes, means it covers all your face, and you actually look like a monkey when you wear this cap. So that's why we call this as monkey cap. This is a very common cap in India. Most of the people actually wear it, especially small kids. They wear monkey cap during winter. Alright, the next word is mass bunk. So what do you think? Alright, so basically we say mass bunk when a group of people or group of students decide to bunk a class together, right? So we know that bunk, when you bunk a class, you don't attend a class, you actually go somewhere else instead of attending the class. So basically when we say mass bunk, it means that the group of students actually have decided together to not attend a particular class, right? So this is a very common term which is used in India, and most of the people say, oh, let's mass bunk, means they don't want to attend a class together. Alright, the next word is complaint box. What do you think? What does it mean? A complaint box is a person who always keep complaining about different things and about different people, means he's always complaining about petty issues and petty things, right? And we always refer that person as a complaint box. Like we say, oh, he's such a complaint box, means he always keep complaining about different things. Alright, so next word is prepone. So prepone is very similar to the word postpone, which actually means that you decide to delay a task or something, right? For example, if you have to do some task today and you postpone something, it means you have decided to do that task at some other time, right? In the same way, we say prepone means you decide to do that task at the earlier date. For example, if I have to do a task tomorrow and I prepone that task, means I'm gonna do it today or before tomorrow, right? So for example, I can say I can prepone a meeting, right? If you prepone a meeting, means you have to attend that meeting earlier than the decided date. The next word is ragging. So can you guess the meaning? Alright, ragging basically means to harass or to bully a student. So this is a very common term which is used in Indian colleges and school. So if there is a freshman or there is a new student who has just entered into a college, most of the senior guys, what they try to do, they try to bully junior guys or junior students because they are new to the college, right? And what they try to do, they try to harass or bully the students. So that act of bullying is called ragging. For example, if I say, oh, those senior students are trying to do ragging with junior students, means they're trying to bully those students, right? So this is a very common term which is used among the students. Okay, so the next word is tube light. So tube light is a kind of light that is also called as fluorescent light, means it flickers for some time and then lights up. So basically when we refer a person as a tube light, it means that that person is stupid and he takes a lot of time to understand something. For example, if I crack an intellectual joke and that person doesn't really understand everything, right? He doesn't understand the joke, it means he's a tube light because he is similar to the fluorescent light. He flickers, his mind flickers for some time and he doesn't really understand, right? And after some time, his mind lights up, means he understands the joke finally. So he takes a lot of time to understand a joke. So that person is referred as a tube light, means he's a stupid person. Alright, so the next word is history cheater. So basically we call a person as a history cheater who has a criminal record. So he's a kind of criminal or who has a long record of crimes or some bad activities he has done in the past. So you might hear this word very commonly in Indian news channel and by the people in India, right? And those persons are referred as history cheater. So you can actually think of a person with a long history of crime, right? So that's why he called as history cheater. All right, the next word is senti. So senti is a short form of sentimental. So if we refer a person as a senti, means he's a sentimental person or he's an emotional person. He's a kind of vulnerable person. He can't take things lightly. So we refer that person as senti. He's a senti person. Okay, the next word is wheatish. So wheatish, okay, we refer a person as wheatish who has a fair complexion, right? So you can actually compare wheatish as wheat, right? So if you know the color of wheat color is a little bit white and yellow in color, right? So actually we compare a person complexion with the color of wheat. So for example, if we say that person is wheatish, means he has a little bit fair complexion, and that is a very commonly used word in India, right? We call a person as wheatish who has a fair complexion because most of the Indian people have a little bit of brown skin and they have darker complexion, right? So if a person is wheatish, means he has fair complexion. Alright, then we have another word that is called peg. So can you guess what a peg means? Peg is basically the quantity of a liquid, right? So basically this word is used when you drink alcohol, right? And if you say give me 1 peg of something, means you're asking for 1 ounce, right? This actually defines the quantity as 1 ounce. So 1 peg of something means 1 ounce of something. So if I say give me 1 peg of beer or give me 1 peg of whiskey, means I'm asking 1 ounce of the quantity, right? It's almost the half of the glass. You take the whiskey glass and if you fill it half, it is actually 1 peg. So this is a quantity, all right? Right, the next word is cheatercock. So cheatercock is someone who is a cheater, right? This word is commonly used among the kids, right? So you might be hearing some kids saying to someone, you are a cheatercock, means he's a cheater, he likes to cheat, right? So if you are cheating in an exam, you are a cheatercock. Okay, then we have another word, Dicky. So Dicky means the boot of a car, right? So when we talk about the boot of a car or trunk of a car, we actually refer it as Dicky. So you might hear more of Indian people saying, oh, open the Dicky, I have to put some stuff in the Dicky, means they're asking to open the boot of a car, right? That is the back cover, like back part of the car, right? So you put some stuff into the car, that is called as Dicky. Then we have another word, stepney. So stepney basically means a spare wheel. Spare wheel means an extra tire that you carry with yourself, right? So if you got a flat tire and you have a spare wheel that you can actually fit in case of emergency, so we actually call it as stepney, right? So stepney means a spare wheel. Alright, then another term is foreign return. So we say a person, a foreign return means that person has come back to his native country from abroad. So for example, he must have gone to study in abroad, right? And he has returned back to his native country. He is referred as foreign return, right? So he might be studying in abroad or he might be working in abroad. And if he has come back to his native country, that person is called as foreign return. Right, the next word is would be. Would be. Right, would be, if you refer a person as a would be, it means she is your life partner. So would be we refer as like your fiance or lover, right? So I say, oh, she is my would be, means either you are engaged or she is your fiance or she is gonna be your future partner. You're gonna marry that person. So this is a very common term and people basically say she's my fiance, but if you say she's my would-be, means she's your lover or your future partner. Alright, the next word is Giza. Right, so Giza is a kind of machine that supplies hot water. So if you hear someone saying that, oh, turn on the geyser, means he's asking you to turn on the hot water. So you might find a geyser machine in the bathroom, right? You see a machine like a square shaped machine, and that machine is called geyser, and you actually turn it on and you can start getting hot water. Alright, another Indian word is Timepass. Did you guess the meaning? Alright, Timepass basically means to do some leisure activity. So if an Indian person say, let's do some time pass. Oh, he's doing some time pass, means he's spending his time and basically is passing his time by doing some leisure or free activity. Alright, the last word is go down. Go down. Alright, so this is a very typical Asian or Indian word. Go down basically means warehouse. Right, so go down doesn't mean you have to go down, but it means warehouse. So for example, you might say, oh, keep all the luggage in the go down, means you have to keep everything in the warehouse, right? So go down means warehouse. Alright, since we have learned all the Indian English words, now we're gonna move to all the Indian English phrases. So you might be hearing these phrases speaking by most of the Indian people. Right, I'm gonna start with number one. Number one phrase is, what's your good name? Alright, you might be wondering that What is so good about a name, right? So this is actually a polite way of asking a person about his name, right? So you might hear most of the Indian people, especially who are working professional, who are working in a company, and if they meet a person for a first time, say a person might be his customer or client, and they might ask, oh, what's a good name, sir? It means that they're asking your name, but it is a more polite way to ask someone's name, right? And you can also hear some of the Indian people, while they introduce themselves, they say, oh, myself Rishu, right? So my name is Rishu. I can say my name is Rishu, I'm Rishu, but most of the Indian people also use this phrase, myself Rishu. Although this is grammatically incorrect, right? But this is the way most of the people speak like, right? They say myself Rishu, myself this, myself that, right? This is how they speak sometimes.
Hello, myself Shakuntala. Who is having first question for me?
Now another phrase we're going to talk about is mention not. Right, mention not is a reply to thank you, right? So whenever you say thank you to someone and you reply like welcome, anytime, my pleasure, and you can reply in numerous number of ways. But in India, most of the people will reply like this: thank you, mention not. Now we're going to talk about very common another Indian phrase that is typically used in southern part of India, and this phrase is called I mother promise. A mother promise is nothing. It's a simple promise, like we say, hey, I promise that I won't be doing this thing again, right? So this is a simple promise. We can also put emphasis on that. We can say, I mother promise, I won't be doing this thing again, right? So a mother promise basically means I swear to my mother. Or we can also say I father promise, or I God promise, means I swear to my mother, I swear to my God, I swear to my father, right? So this is to put more emphasis on a promise. Now we have another Indian phrase. This phrase is pass out from a college, right? So to pass out from a college, it means you graduate from a college, right? So I say I passed out from a college in 2010, right? It means I graduated from a college in 2010. Basically, when you use this word as pass out basically means you drink and you pass out, you get unconscious, right? This is the common meaning of pass out. But you have to say a pass out from college, a pass out from school. Basically, you graduate from that college or school. Then we have another phrase that is commonly used by Indian people, and that phrase is I belong to somewhere. Right, so I belong to somewhere means I'm from somewhere. So you can say I'm from India or I'm from Vietnam. But most of the Indian people also say I belong to India or belong to Japan or belong to some certain city. Right, this is a way they say that I'm from some place. So I can say I belong to India. And we have another formal phrase that is please do the needful. This phrase is basically used when we expect something from someone to do for us. For example, I can say please do the needful. It means I'm looking for a favor or he needs to do something for me. So for example, I buy a product from someone, right? I've already paid the amount for the product and that person is supposed to send me the product. And I've been waiting for a long time. And I can say that I've already paid the amount for the product, so please do the needful. Means please send the product back to me, means he needs to send the required thing that is supposed to do for me. We have another Indian phrase that is eat someone's brain. So when you eat someone's brain, it basically means you try to irritate that person. Right? For example, if I say, hey, I'm already tired, man, don't eat my brain. It means don't irritate me. So it means if I eat someone's brain, I'm irritating that person. Then we have another Indian phrase that is sitting on my head. Sitting on my head basically means somebody is after you or somebody is checking upon you. Somebody is monitoring you all the time. Right? So it doesn't really mean that you have to come and sit on my head. It basically means that somebody is trying to monitor you all the time. So for example, if I am writing an exam in an examination hall and I see like teacher is sitting on my head, it basically means that teacher is monitoring me all the time so that I can't cheat in an examination. Alright, then we have another Indian phrase, to be first class. So when I refer someone to be first class, it basically means that he's doing great, he's wonderful, he's excellent. So if I say, hey, don't worry, I'm first class, means I'm excellent, I'm wonderful, I'm great. Then we have another common phrase that is used by most of the Indian people unconsciously, right? This phrase is do one thing. So do one thing basically means do one favor or do me a favor, right? Basically, if I say do one thing, I'm asking for a favor. So for example, I can say, hey, I'm sick today and I can't go out. Do one thing, please get some food for me, right? So it basically means that I'm asking a favor, means do one thing, do me a favor. Alright, we have another Indian phrase that is commonly used by most of the Indian people. I'm like this only, or sometimes people say I'm like that only, right? So this phrase basically means that you're not gonna change your behavior or you're not gonna change your attitude. So for example, I say, hey, you are a very talkative person, and you say, I'm like this only. It means that you're not gonna change your nature, you're not gonna change your behavior or attitude. You will behave the same way like you've been behaving for a long time. So you're not gonna change yourself. I'm like this only. Then we have another common phrase that is out of station or out of town. So if I say that I'm currently out of station or I'm currently out of town, it basically means that I'm not currently living in my hometown. So for example, I say, hey, I can't meet you today because I'm currently out of station, means I'm not currently staying in my hometown. Then we have another Indian phrase. We have the thing is that. The thing is that. Okay, this phrase basically doesn't mean anything. This phrase is basically used to put emphasis on a sentence or on a phrase. So for example, if I say, the thing is that I'm sick today and I can't go out, right? So it basically means that I'm putting emphasis on my sickness. So I can also say that I'm sick, I can't go out today. But most of the time, most of the Indian people say that the thing is that I'm sick, I can't go out today, means I'm putting an emphasis on my sickness. I'm really sick, don't ask me to go out. Okay, then we have another phrase. Are you a veg or non-veg? Okay, so it basically means that are you a vegetarian or a non-vegetarian? So basically you are asking a person if he eats meat or not, right? We can actually use veg or non-veg for jokes. So for example, if I say that's a non-veg joke, basically it means that that's a dirty joke, that is a filthy joke, right? So when we define a joke as a non-veg joke, that's a dirty joke basically. So when we say veg joke, it's a simple joke, no abusive words or no dirty thing in that. So veg joke or non-veg joke. So then we have another Indian phrase, you mad or what? So this is a very common phrase that is actually used by most of the Indian people. It basically means that you are crazy and with a question mark. Okay, so basically you are asking a person, are you crazy? So most of the people say you mad or what? To put more emphasis, right? So mad here means crazy. So like I say, oh, it's raining outside, let's go out. And you say, you mad or what? It's raining heavily over there, man. Don't go out. So I can use this phrase like if I have to ask someone that you are crazy, are you crazy? Alright, then we have another Indian phrase that is kind of funny, right? And that is sleep is coming. Sleep is coming. Alright, so you might be wondering that sleep is a man or a woman that is coming, like he's walking or something. No, nothing like that. We always say in a funny way that when you are about to sleep and you feel sleepy and you say, hey, I have to sleep, sleep is coming, it means that you are feeling sleepy right now. So I can say, sleep is coming, I have to sleep now. Alright, then we have another funny Indian phrase, that is, nothing is coming in my brain. So you might be wondering, nothing is coming in my brain? What does it mean, right? Basically, it means that you don't understand anything. So when I say nothing is coming in my brain, it means that I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I don't understand what you're saying, right? So for example, I'm a student and you are a teacher and you are teaching me something, and I say, teacher, nothing is coming in my brain. It means I'm clueless. I don't understand anything what you're teaching me right now. Alright, then we have another common phrase, and I think most of the people already know about it. This phrase is real brother or real sister or cousin. So if somebody asks you that, is he your real brother? Is he your real sister? Basically what he wants to know that whether or not you belong to the same family. It means that you are from the same family, that your brother and sister are not from different families. He's not your adopted brother or sister. For example, if I have many friends and I consider them as my brothers and sister because we've been so close to each other, so I sometimes call them brother and sister, but they are not my real brother and sister. We consider themselves as brother and sister, right? So real brother and sister means you belong to the same family. Alright, then we have one more Indian phrase, and I think most of the Indian people use this phrase in their daily life or in their daily conversation. This phrase is, don't take tension. Don't take tension, right? It basically means that you don't have to worry about something, right? So for example, if there's something that is worrying me a lot and some Indian guys come to me and I say, hey, don't worry, don't take tension. It means I don't have to worry about anything. Don't take tension, okay? Then we have another phrase that is kindly adjust. So when do we use this phrase? I'll give you an example. So if you are traveling in a bus or train and there are many seats in a bus or train. So for example, on a seat, there are 2 or 3 people sitting together, right? And you have to sit on the same seat. So you will ask, kindly adjust. It means that you're asking the person to make some room or to make some space for you so that you can also sit on the same seat, right? So when you say kindly adjust, make some room for me so that I can sit on the same seat. Alright guys, that's all for today, and I hope you liked the video. And I hope that after learning these words and phrases, if you encounter an Indian person next time, I hope that it's gonna be much easier for you to understand Indian English. So I'll see you next time. Bye bye.